Hey guys, it's Alex. Tim's an awesome dude, and don't forget to like and comment and subscribe to his channel.
The clickbait stops here because I'm looking out for you.
This is all new to me. And the main goal here is literally just not let it get to my head and don't be a douche. And I'm from like not a small city, but I'm just from hanging out with my friends. There's no like big LA thing that I do just by choice. So it's like
Yeah.
I just enjoy keeping it small and just posting my life on YouTube.
You recently, over the last month or two, have just blown up. Do people recognize you where you are? They do, and what is it like?
Yes. Yeah, it's cool. It's cool a lot of the time. Sometimes, my biggest thing is I'm very self-conscious about my eating. So like when I'm eating, I choose to like, kind of keep to myself. And when people are reaching over the In-N-Out booth to film me eating an animal style, protein style burger, it's not pretty. So,
Yeah.
that's like
Well,
the
who
only thing
does?
I've kind of like not liked. Other than that, no, it's been really cool. It's been really fun to like put a face to like the people who are commenting and liking my stuff, because you don't get to see like who they are most of the time. So like to have them come up and be like, hi, like this is what your videos have done for me or whatever like you've done has been like so impactful. And it's like I just feel my friends messing around. That's awesome to hear.
You're a relatively new creator. I know you had your TikTok success over the last year and a half, 2 years. But as far as wide media-wise, YouTube and Instagram, it's been a rather recent growth, if I'm correct. Because of that, and because this is one of your first interviews you've done, I have a few quick speed round questions to get us started for new fans to be able to learn more about you, okay?
Okay. All right, I'm ready.
Wonderful. All right, so where did you grow up?
Carlsbad, California.
All right, wonderful. And what was life like?
Surfing a lot. It's a surf
Okay.
city, so we would just surf a ton, and skateboarding, and just genuinely, it's just a kind of a water sport place.
And where do you live now? I know you just recently moved.
I still live in Carlsbad. I rent out like a place with my girlfriend, and yeah, I like to stay in this area. I don't want to do the classic YouTuber move and go up to LA, and I love where I live. I think that everything's working while I'm down here, and it's an hour and 30-minute drive from LA. So if I ever need to go up there and do something, but I don't want to go up to LA.
I feel you.
I like it here.
I understand completely. And let me tell you, you wouldn't do too bad in New York either if you have to make a move.
Is there an LA New York rivalry going on right here?
Well, no rivalry. I'm in Chicago, so I'm below all of them.
I've only gone to one place, and that was to Hawaii when I went out to surprise my girlfriend for a video. But other than that, I've never gone anywhere else.
What age are you currently today? If I'm correct, you're 18, almost 19 in September, correct?
Yes. Yeah, I'm a young one.
You're not young. Huh? You're in TikTok world, you're almost dead, Grandpa.
You've got such a good point in TikTok world. Yeah, I turned 19 in September on the 18th.
What is the length of your relationships with your friends and your girlfriend? How long have you guys all been together, and specifically you and your girlfriend?
Oh, I love this question. Me and my girlfriend have been dating for 9 months, 10 months. She's looking at me.
Oh, she's here. Cameo. Can we get a cameo?
Yeah, Cobra, come in.
Oh my gosh, I look like a boy.
She says she looks like a boy.
Well, I look like a boy too, Cover, and nobody's judging me.
I'm doing my makeup.
She says in a little bit when she's done with her makeup.
Absolutely. Good. We'll get our camera ready. So you guys have been together 10 months, and then I assume she was part of your friend squad before that. So how long before that did you know each other?
No. So the way we met was one of my friends had moved to Hawaii, which she had lived in, and they met. Her and my friend and Cover had met, and they started being friends. And then my friend posted a photo of Cobra like sleeping, and I stood up and I said, "Oh, that girl's really pretty." It was like the worst photo of her, she was telling me. And we ended up talking for a few months, and she came out here to visit me, and then I came out there to visit her, and then she came back out here and then told me that she was staying.
Oh.
For good. So then from there we just kind of adapted, and a month later we moved in and just started filming videos.
Well, you have to say, if it started off a little bit long distance, then only having the distance closer can only make you two stronger. I'm very interested to see how well you two keep it together as you rise ranks and she becomes a big Instagram star herself. Because it's inevitable, if you rise further, that she'll rise too.
Yeah.
It'll be cool. It'll be power couple goals, yeah?
Yeah, and then regarding my friends, back to the question, yeah, my friends, we've all went to high school together. I went to high school with Patrick and all of them from freshman year I knew them all the way till when they graduated, because they're a year to two older than me. I'm the youngest one.
Oh,
So
really?
they yeah, so I'm the youngest one out of all of them. They graduated either a year or 2 years before I had. And yeah, so I just knew them in high school, and then one day I was kind of just, we were just all sitting around. We were not doing anything. I had already been doing TikToks and all that stuff, and I was like, hey, like I want to do this stuff with you. Like, let's film. So from there, just started filming with them.
What was life growing up like for you? I know you mentioned that you did a lot of water sports, but was there anything that stuck out to you that kind of made you and chose and directed you towards the path of doing social influence as a career?
On the regards to YouTube, my dad as a kid would like walk around with a camcorder and film everything that we would do as a family. Like, he'd buy like a jump set, like bouncy house or like a water slide, just for the fact that he could film us going on it. So for memory's sake, and he would do the same layout I did, where he'd film and not be like in front of the camera and like his life. And I was like, I really like that, and I want to like keep that memory on. He passed when I was 9, so
I'm so sorry.
don't worry about it. I just think with filming these videos that I'm kind of like living up to his name and like kind of making him proud in a way.
It's your way to connect to your father, and it's also kind of your way of bringing him into your career. So he's like always kind of there with you.
I know I treat you better than he can.
Your first wide success was on TikTok, and as of today, you have 1.5 million followers. How did that crazy journey begin?
I started TikTok. It was when it was Musically. I started Musically as a joke. I was making like Instagram skits and comedy videos because Vine had died. So I was like, I was making Vines. I was like, I want to keep doing these like quick videos that are funny. So I went onto Instagram, and those just weren't doing good. And then so I went on to Musically at the time, where it was completely congested of, pardon my language, fuckboys. And so I started posting comedy videos, and they ended up doing really well. Those quick, like 6 to 15-second like funny bit ideas, and just I kept posting like 3 every single day and just busting them out when I didn't have work. And then I just kept growing and growing and growing until I started a YouTube channel, and that's where it kind of everything just blew up.
So it was consistency was one of the keys to your success. You did go into it and say, I want to put time towards this.
100%.
You tagged in all your videos #Warhead. What does that mean?
That was a joke that we were. So I had a bunch. How do I explain this? When I started social media, when I started getting fan pages, I became close with those fan pages, like Faith and all them. Like I know their names. We have each other's phone numbers. Like, we talk, and it's really cool because all these fan pages, we have group chats, and for some reason they really wanted to name themselves, so they came up with the name Warheads, because what else goes with
Oh, that's
Warren? It's
wonderful.
kind of gross. So
Yeah.
they came up with the candy Warheads, and I think I hashtagged it like maybe 3 or 4 times to see like what was all about, and I just thought it was funny, and they still think it's funny to this day. I'm not sure if they still call it that though.
You give a little bit something to the fans to always make sure they're appreciated. What's the next big platform to take off after TikTok?
Oh, after TikTok, it was 100%.
Yeah.
Like, take off. That's hard, because Instagram, I gained 200K in 2 months, and then it
And
kind
when
of
was that?
it's like slowed down, but it's still. That was around like the whole TikTok time that was blowing up.
Okay.
But on YouTube, that blew up and got like, I believe I went from like 40K to 100K really quickly. So I mean, if you want to say the biggest jump, I'd say Instagram blew up from. I was making. See here, I'm gonna explain this to you because it's all correlated together. On TikTok, I would post these cute videos of my girlfriend, like kiss me like a dinosaur and all these stuff that she was kind of being weird and funny. So I posted that on TikTok. It did really well, and then so I would post multiple of them on TikTok, and then from there, people on Instagram, like meme accounts, would repost those videos and then tag me. So then I was getting all the followers from that, and then I would post those videos onto my Instagram as well, and kind of like be like, oh, people like this, so kind of like go with it. And then from there, they all went to my YouTube channel. So like it was like
You should write a
chain
book.
reaction of what kind of blew up. So I
You should write a book, Alex. Not that anybody our age reads a book. Yeah.
an audio book.
Yeah, exactly. So they
An
listen to it, or
audiobook.
like a podcast.
I think the biggest thing I have to say about it is like you have to keep in mind, like, though I had like a TikTok following before all this, it's all so new. to all of us, like me and my friends, like we all started from nothing. Like everyone had, 100 followers, 500 followers. That's what I love so much about my friends is we all gained followers with each other. It wasn't like, oh, I came in with 1 million followers and I'm like, yo, like I'm gonna blow you guys up. It's like we all started with zero and we all did this together. So there's no egos. There's no like, oh, I'm better than you. There's none of that. It's just a bunch of friends having fun. And that's what I love about it. We all like help each other.
I think that's what attracts people to you as well. And it's also very organic. It doesn't seem like it's work for any of you yet. I mean, I'm sure you do this for 5 more years and it'll get to the point where you're like, I'm sick of this, we want to change. And you will, you'll vary over time. Yeah. But as far as it is today, it's very organic, Yeah, adapt. There we go. Good language. So you have TikTok, Instagram sort of blowing up on the side. How do you decide, hey, I need to get on YouTube?
See, I always had a YouTube channel. Like I would like when I started TikTok, I posted like, maybe monthly videos. Like I'd post a video every month, just me being dumb. So I always had the channel in my TikTok description. So it was kind of gaining a little bit of followers at a time. And I believe I was like 5,000. And that's right when I believe I was like, okay, I'm over this. Like, I want to make this like my career. I want to be able to like, sustain myself and actually do what I love because I can see it's affecting other people and like they like what I'm doing. So I was like, YouTube's the best option for that. YouTube's what has brought so many people up and, it's been a career for a lot of people. And that's like the whole end goal was. So I just started making like quick paced videos that I genuinely wanted to make. And like imagine The Office and Vine had a baby. That's how I wanted my videos to take place, as if they were teenagers as the cast.
Yeah, that's exactly what it is.
I kind of just said like, all right, let's just do it. Like let's try this out. And it just came so naturally. It came so naturally with my friends, and I was like, this means so like this is amazing. I wish it could have been so sick if you were there.
Let me tell you, I wish I was there too, because I would like to blow up just alongside you guys. But let me tell you, you have to be careful over time, because a lot of people are going to try to slide into this, and they could ruin the whole thing. So keep tight with those friends, and don't let the frou-frou of life get too bad into it.
Yeah, we hold a pretty tight circle. How am I doing so far?
You're doing fantastic, Alex. Complete natural.
I have like 8 gazillion chords, and I have no idea where the fuck they got to.
I saw on your Instagram you lost a very important hard drive cord over the weekend.
Oh my god.
Did that cause a few gray hairs?
I bought.
So did you go on Amazon and buy 10 extra cords?
Yes. It was 3 a.m. I was I drove home after filming with all my friends. I'm like, yes, I have this video done. Come to find out, we were at the beach the day before for 4th of July, and some idiot opened my backpack and like dumped everything out for some reason. I left my cord in the sand at the beach. So I have no other ones of these. And it has my Final Cut, like all my editing, all my video clips, everything is on that hard drive. And it's just sitting there. And I'm like, oh no. So like I literally drove around gas stations for like from 3 a.m. to 4:30 a.m. trying
Didn't you try a Best Buy? Or they weren't open?
Cord.
They weren't open. Stores weren't open, right?
So no one was open. Yeah. So then I was like, okay, Amazon Prime, get it next day. Beautiful. Ordered it. Come to realize that it was 4 a.m. So it would come the next day after that, not the same day. So it was just, overall, it was such a stressful time. I was able to get the cord from Fry's, and it was like this big, like 8-foot cord that I didn't need, but it got the job done. And then I bought like these Amazon ones. But yeah, there's definitely a stressful story from that.
You'll find over time you'll have a little box that's sealed and waterproof that you have all your extra pieces. I have mine back here. I just keep it, and you just whip it out when you need to, because you never know what's going to get lost. And you don't want to get derailed because of a cord.
I was like,
write that down. Yeah. Wonderful. Okay, we discussed where you and your gang started off from, but how did you decide to pick different people for friends? Because you seem like somebody who surrounds yourself with good people. How do you select who's good enough to be with Alex Warren?
Oh, there's no select. See, that's the thing. I don't think there's like, I don't think that hard about it. I literally, like, these have been my friends since, like seriously, like 7th grade, and then Patrick and all them in high school, and like these have been my friends for so long that it's all I really know. I mean, if anyone ever like approaches me and says, "Hey, like I'd love to get in this video, like I have this idea," and I'll film them, that's totally cool. But overall, what I have is a family, and like I love my family to death. They are like genuinely my family. So it's like I hang out with them every day. We spend all day together, all nights together. Like I'll have them sleep over at my house if they'd like. Like it's always just like it's always just it's just natural. There's no like, oh, I need to think about who's who. It's like it works, if that makes sense.
Yeah, it does. So stepping back now, we're back and you're in high school. If I'm correct with my preliminary research here, you left high school, is that correct? You didn't finish.
Yeah. No.
What led up to that decision?
No. It really wasn't my choice in a way. I was, I was kicked out of my house at a young age around the time I was finishing high school, and I was, mattress surfing. Is that what they call it? I was mattress surfing.
Well,
my
it was a
friend's house
surfing
on
town,
occasions.
right? I said
Yeah.
it was a surfing town, so.
I had no car at this point. I had just got kicked out of my house. I had no place to live. I had no, I just had my computer and my camera. That was it. So, I had no means of getting to school, and I wasn't able to finish. I have every intention of getting my GED down the line, but just I'm so busy right now with getting these videos done and, just business stuff that I don't really have time. And I know that's a really sad excuse for it, but I would love to finish, genuinely.
No, that's wonderful. All right, sorry, I'm getting so interested in your story that I'm not looking ahead for my notes here. Okay, so what is your creative routine, and how do vlogs become vlogs?
I get this question actually a lot from people. I don't have a routine, as sad as it is. I if I have an idea, it'll be 3 a.m. and I'll be I either dreamed it or I just randomly laid in bed trying to fall asleep and thought about it. And I pick up my phone, I write it down in notes, and Cover's like, "Who are you texting?" I'm like, "I'm not texting, I'm writing down." So it's always like, "Oh, this is a good idea." "Oh, that we should try this idea." And it's most of the time everything just happens in the moment. It's so my friends are unbelievably funny and they're so unbelievably creative. So it's always amazing to surround myself with them because you kind of feed off of it. But yeah, no, I'd say 80% of everything just happens in the moment.
That's fantastic. If it ever runs out, just hire a team of former SNL writers and do it. But they couldn't even write it as well as you guys just organically work.
Yeah, no, I mean, I've gotten offers for people to edit my videos, and I've kind of said straight away from it just because it's I believe this is how I want to edit my video. This is how I want to do the thumbnail. This is how I want to create this because I have the vision of the video before. I have all the clips in my camera roll. I'm getting ready to import, and I'm this is exactly how it's gonna go. This is how everything's gonna be placed. I'll do a pop zoom here or whatever, and it's I kind of just I have the idea in my head, and I just go to town on my computer.
How do you decide what does and doesn't make it into a video, though?
If I don't laugh at it. So I'm editing the vlog and genuinely I already have a laugh. I already laughed to the bit because my friends are hilarious. But if I'm editing it and I watch it over and I did not laugh or smile, then I don't put it in. Because my whole goal is I usually have either one of my friends over or my girlfriend, and we literally just I show them and I'm like, is this funny? I watch their facial reaction. I don't watch them watching the video. I watch exactly if they're smiling, or have a little bit, because my goal is to have someone watch my whole entire video and be smiling throughout the whole video, or at least laughing. So that's my whole goal. So if they don't laugh or smile, or if I don't, I genuinely trust someone else's. But if they don't, then I don't put it in.
If you could eliminate one thing from your routine, your production routine, what would it be? If there's one little area, what do you hate the most?
Staying up till 9 a.m. to put a video out.
Okay.
So being on top of
staying with that consistency, yeah.
Yeah. I stay up.
There's
every
probably
night
a work around that. You could probably work around that if you prepped a little bit ahead of time, Alex.
I literally had this conversation with Patrick and Calvin last night. They literally were like, "You shouldn't be staying up. You could literally be editing while you're filming or after the day you filmed." And I was like, "But what I have works. Why change it?"
No, exactly it. I was just reading a book, and I could send it to you, and it talks about everybody having their different times of when they work best and when they're creative the best. And for you, if it's at nighttime, you can't change that. Where did you first get your inspiration for your current vlog format?
I'd say there's numerous YouTubers. As I started off YouTuber, what do I call that? YouTubing? Being a YouTuber. You really judge everything based on the people that you watch. So like your mannerism, how you act and react to things like that's one of the main things that play a key role in someone becoming a YouTuber. So I'd say like Logan Paul, David Dobrik, and I'd say like PewDiePie even that I kind of like affected the way that I make my videos today. But the genuine or like how do I say this? I'm gonna say that again. The most general opinion that people kind of relay is the David Dobrik because we both have like the same like fast pace kind of walk.
The thing I have to say on it, and I'm sorry to intrude into your interview, but the first person to make a talk show, you don't say, oh, everybody else who had a talk show after that copied them. No. It's just a new format of entertainment, a talk show. The person sits in a chair, they have the guest sit in a chair, and you talk. I don't think this is anything different. Of all the people, past and present, anybody, it could be creatively, it could be personally, whatever, who do you admire most?
Who do I admire most? I mean, I'd have to say my dad. Like not to play the whole sob story, but genuinely, the dude, all he could do is care about his kids. That was his number one priority. He had a job, he did all this stuff, and everything laid out to him, just like doing everything he could to make sure we were happy. Like I remember one memory, the most vivid memory was, I believe, 2 months before he passed. He was on chemo. He could barely walk. He no color, anything, and he was in the hospital and was able to get up in a wheelchair and come to my birthday party at a park halfway down California. So like that to me, it's like, he didn't have to do that. Everyone knew what was going on, but he did that because he wanted me to know that he was there.
And do you find yourself trying to show people in your life, the people you love, your friends, family members, that you try to be that same way for them?
Oh, 100%. The biggest thing is like my biggest thing is to help my friends out. Like, as I know that's like someone who's selfish would say that, to be selfless, but like I genuinely care so much about my friends, and I want them to be successful. And so I always try and give them a little kick in the ass if they're like kind of not doing the right thing. Because I keep in mind, we're all young. Like the oldest person in my friend group is 20. And as TikTok old that is, in real life, that's pretty young. And, they're still making dumb decisions. They're still being not the brightest kids. So it's more of just like, even though I'm the youngest, they don't really take me that seriously. It's definitely like, hey, like, come on.
Real talk here, Alex. Where does your revenue come from? Do you mind me asking? I have to. I'm so sick of all these people. Oh, they make little videos online and get money. Well, honey, what do you think TV is? You know what I mean? Yeah. But where do you specifically do? Because I know from my own ad rates, you can't be making that much cash from your viewership on YouTube. I doubt TikTok does that much. TikTok does that much. So where do you get it? Where does it come in? Merch? Sponsorships? Brand deals? What?
So merch is a big part of my revenue. YouTube actually is the biggest one, though. Surprisingly,
really?
My CPM is pretty high. So it's
do you mind if I ask what it is?
6 to 7.
Have you ever done a brand deal?
Yeah.
Did you find that compared to merch and brand deals, your audience base will find a brand deal is more of selling out than selling your own merch?
100%. 100%. Because it's like, it just depends on what the brand deal is. If you and the creator itself. Like I've always said this, is if a creator can take a brand deal and really make it about them, then that's what the audience really signed up for, So it's like, oh, like, if I advertise sleeping pills, that would make no sense at all because I never told myself sleeping. But if I advertise a camera, or if I advertise a computer, because that's what I do, I edit and I make videos, or I advertise some weird skateboard thing my friend bought.
Or entertainment, like a good movie. That was a funny movie that you enjoyed. Yeah.
I think the biggest mistake a lot of creators make, and even like starting off, is to be labeled a sellout, is kind of just being like, hi, these are gummy bears. These gummy bears.
They make you skinny. Yeah, exactly.
Don't take too many. Like it's they have no idea what they're advertising. They see a big paycheck and they're like, yes. So like that's the biggest like misconception.
Another set of rapid fire questions, and these are more fun. Okay.
Yes.
Here we go. Drum roll. Which social platforms are your favorite and why? Can you rank them for us?
YouTube.
Number 1, 2, 3. So number 1's YouTube. Why?
Just because I don't know. I really like YouTube. It's like some weird thing that I have. It's like Instagram's great. It's awesome. I'd put that at number 3 because I don't go on it that much. I really don't. And then TikTok's number 2 just because of how much I am on TikTok 24/7. Just like scrolling through the For You page, being like, oh, that's funny, and kind of like looking at that. But no, YouTube's like my main thing that I'm always on and even posting on. Like I love it.
Would you say it has the less limitations around it?
Oh, 100%. YouTube, it's like my followers or subscribers or whatever you want to call them on YouTube are very, very, very like, I post a video and it'll get a lot of views right away because they want to see it, and from there, like it gets out to other people. TikTok, it's like, it's a gradual thing, but YouTube is just, to me, it's more exciting to see all that. It's way more exciting to see who watched my stuff, who commented, who enjoyed the video, who may have not enjoyed the video. On YouTube, that is literally like the most exciting thing to see.
And then we might be able to sneak your lady friend in here again. What is the most embarrassing thing you've done on a date?
Do you remember what embarrassing thing I did? Because I'm trying to remember. I remember I did something really embarrassing. I'm gonna need a couple of seconds to think about this.
No, it's fine.
Oh, what was it? I feel like I've done something super embarrassing. I'm a klutz, so it had to be me like falling or something. God, this is hard. Do I have any time, or should we like?
You have time. We can come back to the question. Does that sound good?
Okay, perfect. Yes.
Perfect. All right. So now you're getting to the point where you can actually think about this, and it may become a reality. Who is your favorite or your dream celebrity collaboration?
Oh, that is a good question. Zac Efron. No. Tom Holland. Tom Holland. I retract that. It's Tom Holland.
That's a good one. And you
I
want
like
to
his accent.
You're like whoever has the most current movie out right now. That's who you want because they'll get the most clicks. So right now it is Tom Holland.
I'm thinking like a businessman, but also, no, Tom Holland's, my opinion, the best Spider-Man that's ever. My favorite superhero is Spider-Man. So he's like the best. Yeah, he's the best. He's the best balance of Spider-Man and the best balance of Peter Parker. So number 1, accents are dope. I think he's extremely attractive dude. And he'd be hilarious in my videos.
He would be awkward. He wouldn't know what to do. He wouldn't know how to take your friends. They just start doing their crazy officeness, and he'd just be like, "What the f is going on here?"
That's the best reactions. Everyone's authentic reactions to my friend group has literally been the best reactions I've ever had.
Ever. I mean, I could imagine. I think Zac Efron would be too chill. You know what I'm saying? He wouldn't react.
He'd be like,
he would just
dope.
kind of fit in. Cool. Yeah, exactly. He'd be like, "Yeah, let's go like jump off a cliff or something." I think that's the stuff he does nowadays.
Oh, we do that.
Yeah, I imagine you would. You're like, yeah, see, I got this scar from scraping my leg. I broke my leg here.
I have a torn ACL, torn meniscus, broken leg.
I mean, you'll feel it in 20 years, but who's thinking that far along? And if you're famous, by that time they'll probably have bionic bodies,
Something that I think is funny. It's backtracking 100% to when we were talking about my friend group. When you had mentioned be careful who you let in, I do, and I think it's really funny because I have I don't know how many friends you think I have. It's probably like in my friend group, it's probably I think you see about 6 people on there, maybe 5 people reoccurrently. It's funny because that group, our group in general that we hang out with every day, is roughly about 10 to 11 to 12 people, and I just don't put them all in the videos, so we all have that break from filming, and then that all the filming time. It's whoever wants to be in it, So I just
well,
thought
it
that
sucks
was
to be those people. They'll have to work 9 to 5, Alex. If I was one of those people, I'd be pissed. I'd be coming at you with a knife once you get to 1 million to try to get something. So what is the funniest thing you've done that your family and friends don't know about? Or the craziest thing you've done that nobody knows about?
I did a double backflip naked off of a 30-foot cliff.
And nobody knew that before this? Or did they know it?
Cover, did you know?
No.
She did not know. I'm in a little bit of trouble now.
Where was this cliff? You got to give us the details, Alex.
Sunset Cliffs at sunset. So I guess the people who were there might know, but not
what
COVID.
spurred on? What spurred this on, Alex? Was it you're just feeling it, or you were dared?
I'm just really dumb sometimes, and thankfully I have my friends to do all my stunts for me now. But it was back when I just started filming, and it was me and maybe 2 other friends, and it was like, oh, I'll give you $50 if you do this naked, and I was like, bet, and I did it.
You're like, I like $50. Money's fun. All right, last question here, and
Yeah.
we'll go back to the embarrassing date one. If you had to be handcuffed to one member of your crew the entire month, not a day, not a week, an entire month, who would it be and why?
Oh God, I like my time away.
This is why you need to get a dog, Alex. That way you can chain yourself to the dog. It wouldn't be so bad.
Cover and I want to rescue a pit bull. But back to the question. I'd have to say Pat. No. God, this is so hard because I love them so much, but I don't want to be that way. Can I say no? Can I say Cover?
Yeah, you can say Cover. You might not
there's
be
no
still
fun in
together
that.
at the end of the month.
Patrick.
He seems like somebody who you guys could like put a little screen up and you guys could do your own thing. Like you could sit on one side of his desk, he could sit on the other, just a little screen up, and you'd have your own alone time. So I think it could work.
Oh, 100%. Patty and I are similar and different in so many ways. So I'd say Patty.
So now that you've had time to think about it, let's revamp. What is the most embarrassing thing you've done on a date?
All I can remember is probably when we went to, I think it was Rubio's. I'm not exactly too sure where it was. And I went to sit down and I flew back on my chair. Like it had to be our first or second date. And I literally flew back on my chair, hit the table with my foot and just smacked on the ground. And that's at the moment where you're like, you don't know if you need to leave now or if you're just like, oh, I'm fine, I'm good.
And it was
Like,
love
play
at
it
first
off, like, "Oh, I
fall.
meant to do that." You know that moment when you play it up. It's like, oh, I meant to do that. Like, we're good.
Yeah, and that's exactly what happened. Yeah. Fantastic. How did that come up like first things first? All right, we're almost done here, Alex. I know it's been a marathon, so you're sweating a little bit, but we're almost finished. All right, but these get into a little bit more focused questions, serious questions. What is the first thing you think of when you wake up in the morning?
What am I filming today?
That's really what you do.
Seriously, I swear to God. If you covers that every day.
Yes.
I usually wake up to about 4 text messages or phone calls from my friends saying, hey, what are you doing? And then I usually make plans with them and then we film.
Is that stressful?
Yes. I'm literally always stressed. It's 24/7 stress, which is great because I feed off that stress. So a lot of people like it sucks sometimes because it's like, oh my God, I'm so stressed. Like I'm so upset. Like nothing's working out. But it's like it always ends up happening last minute. And it's like I feed off that stress so much and it makes me so much more passionate and so much more rewarding of what I'm doing.
And do you think that over time that'll wear you down to the point where you can't do this anymore? Or do you think you're setting yourself up for long-term success?
See, I don't know really. Like I don't, like I said earlier, I don't really think too hard about everything I do just because, if I think too hard, then it might come out like differently than what I want it to be. And so, I mean, of course, like my main goal here is to adapt to that stress and kind of like as things kind of get better and as things like, become less stressful with whether or not, I mean, we're moving soon. So I moved once, we're going to move again into a house with a bunch of my friends. So we're all going to move in together. So that might make things easier, but I mean, I can't tell the future, but
it could also make it worse.
Yeah.
Well, you never know.
Exactly. So hopefully I can manage that stress, or at least figure out a way to get my videos done without being that stressed.
So what keeps you up at night then? So when you wake up in the morning, you think, what am I gonna vlog? You get stressed out constantly, but when you go to bed, what keeps you up? What things in your career or life stress you out or scare you?
I don't know. Like I don't like I've never thought about that. So that's really funny that we're talking about. I mean, most of the time it's because I'm like on either Fridays or Tuesdays, it's because I'm editing till 9 a.m. So that's obviously keeping me up. But like other nights I do go to bed around like 4. So I guess it's, just the fear.
4 p.m. or 4 a.m.?
I go to bed at 4 a.m.
Okay. Well, then you're getting good sleep then, Alex.
Yeah.
Oh,
I go to bed at around 4 a.m. and I wake up around like 11 p.m. No, 11 a.m. Sorry, I'm so bad with times. 11 a.m. So 4 a.m. to 11 a.m.
So this is the morning for you right now. You just woke up, grabbed your coffee, and got your bagel.
Yeah. Yeah.
Wonderful.
So it's that early. I haven't even eaten yet.
Oh, okay. Here I am about ready to have dinner. Okay. What is one thing? What is the one thing you're most afraid of?
Oh, being alone. 100%. 100% being alone. Like my friends are my everything. not just my career. Like they are genuinely the best thing that could have ever happened to me, and especially my girlfriend too. It's like we I incorporate her into the friends and stuff. It's like we're all just one huge family. So it's like family or friends, whatever you want to call it. It's like that. That's what that is. 100%.
Well, what if you ever lost that?
I don't know. I don't want to think about that. I don't know.
That's why it's your
definitely
biggest stressor.
100%. It's 100% that. It's like things could happen. They could go away. They could go to college and stuff. And it's like at the end of the day, I have them for now. I'm gonna enjoy it.
If you got 1 extra hour a day, how would you spend it?
Dude, filming, filming 100%.
You wouldn't take a walk in the park, a date night with your girlfriend. You just videotape.
If she does, I've been telling her we need to go on a date, and I've been kind of being a bad boyfriend.
Somewhere
but
nice, now that he's got all these followers and that YouTube money.
No, but I genuinely, it's like I film every 4 days. I roughly have about 15 to 17 hours of footage that I'm cutting down. So that, to put that in perspective, I'm constantly filming. So it's like, it's always great. So it's always fun. And, with an extra hour, I'd definitely spend it filming. Maybe
Editing too, whatever. But working's the point. My last question for you here is, what's next, Alex? You've conquered TikTok. You're on the verge of conquering Instagram, on the verge of conquering YouTube. You have no Facebook presence, 96 likes. I checked that out. But what's next? What's next?
I don't know. I'm waiting for that next platform at least, or if not, just, my whole goal is like, what I want to do is make a difference. I want to be continue. I'm still a new YouTuber. I'm still kind of finding my roots and finding exactly what my content's going to be. I've only uploaded 84 videos. So I'm literally just figuring out the motion, exactly what works and what doesn't. So, mostly it's just elevating my content, making it better, making it more enjoyable, whether it's longer or something else. But my main focus here is YouTube.
Do you have any last things you'd want to say for your first video interview here? You look back at this 2 years from now, 4 years from now, 5 years from now. What do you want to tell yourself? What do you want? It's a time capsule here, Alex.
This is a time capsule. I'm looking at myself. I'm talking to myself right now.
Yeah.
Don't be stupid. Stupid. That's my saying. I will tell him that, and I'll tell myself that. Actually, I'm going to redo that. Let's redo that, because that...
We can redo it. Or we can leave that in and just add this as well. Go ahead.
Okay, we'll do that. Yeah. Dude, genuinely, for my first interview, I thought I was going to be a lot more nervous. You're very, very... I can tell you've done this before. At least you're experienced in this. And, you handled it pretty well. There was no awkward times and stuff. And it was a really, really great time. And I'd 100% come back and do this again.
Perfect. I'm going to call you on this. When you hit that 1.52 million, I'm going to send you a text with that little 30 seconds of, I'd come back anytime to you. And then you better keep that promise.
I 100% would.
When you're getting calls from the Today Show and GMA.
Doesn't matter. You were first.
Perfect.
Matter. Hey guys, it's Alex. Tim's an awesome dude, and don't forget to double tap. Fuck, I fucked that one. Double tap. What is it?
Double tap, follow, and tag 3 friends.
Double tap double tap is like. So double tap, follow, like.
Tag 3 friends.
I'm gonna kill myself. Double tap, follow, tag 3 friends.
Okay.
Hey guys, it's Alex. Tim's an awesome dude, and don't forget to double tap, follow, and tag 3 friends.